Hello everyone, this is Lakshman. Welcome back to our YouTube channel. In the today's session, I am going to share you the most frequently asked real-time Git entry questions and answers. So these questions, irrespective of the technologies, you have to prepare before attending any interview. You might be working as a developer position or testing position or any database administration position, Salesforce developer, Pega developer, DevOps engineer, cloud engineer, anyone who are working in the IT companies. All candidates must know Git and GitHub topics. Without knowing Git and GitHub, you may not survive in IT industry. So therefore, before attending any technical interviews, just brush up these Git related interview questions also. Okay, I'm not going to cover the basic Git related entry questions like what is Git, what is GitHub, what is difference between Git and GitHub. I'm not going such kind of entry questions in this session. So in this session, you can expect real-time scenario oriented entry questions only. First, let me explain you what is Git. Git is a version control system, or you can say distributed version control system. So two people can even work on the different parts of the same file, and later we can merge those changes without losing each other work. That means Git can track the what you have made changes. That means Git can store all your work history whenever required. You can get back, you can go back to your previous working days, and you can check it out your previous work history. Using Git, we can maintain collaboration work easy. Let us see one by one real-time Git entry questions. Okay, so the first entry question is, how will you know in Git if a branch has been already merged into master? For this, you have specific Git commands are there to know in Git if a branch has already merged into master branch or not. The first command is like git branch merged master. So this command represents a list of branches merged into master. Okay, and one more command is there, git branch hyphen hyphen merged. So this command represents lists of branches merged into head section. And one more command that is nothing but git branch no merge. It represents the list of branches that have not been merged. These commands are using what are the list of branches are merged, we will identify, we will know. But by using git branch no merged command, we can identify, we will know list of branches that not have been merged. Or we can find the branch has been merged into master or not. Another way is you can use a git merge base. You can use git merge base command to find the latest common commit between two branches. Okay, if that commit is the same as your branch head, then the branch has been completely merged. We can then we can realize the branch has been completely merged. I hope the second one is the best option. The next question will see, how can you bring a new feature in the main branch? Okay, so to bring a new feature in the main branch, we can use the command that is nothing but git merge or git pull command. Either you can use. Okay, to bring the new features into the main branch, git pull or git merge. Okay, the next question is, so I want to delete a branch both locally and remotely. How can you do that? They may ask question. Interviewer may ask question, this kind of questions. How can you delete? How to delete branch locally and remotely with safety mode? So to delete local branch, we can use any one of this one. Either using this command git branch hyphen d. D represents delete only, and branch name. Whatever the branch you want to delete, you can delete this one. So by using either this command, we can delete the branch locally. Okay, so D option is nothing but delete only. Okay, and if you want to delete remote branches, then you have to use this command git push and a remote name. Remote name is nothing but origin name. Okay, and hyphen delete and branch name. Whatever the branch name you want to delete, you have to mention here. You have to specify here. Okay, so by using the git push and a remote name, delete and a branch name, so you can easily delete the remote branch. Okay, and the next question is, so what is difference between git remote and git clone? Git remote add just creates an entry in your git configuration file that specifies the name for a particular URL, while git clone creates the new git repository. Git clone creates the new git repository by copying an existing one located at URI. So I will clarify your doubt. I hope you may not understand this this answer. So see here, by using, if you use git clone, will physically download the files into your computer. It will take space from your computer. If the repository is 200 MB, then it will download that all and place in the directory you cloned. Whereas if you use git remote add, in case of git clone, it won't take any space, but git clone will take the space. In your computer directory, it will take the space, but while using git remote add, it won't take any space. It's more like a pointer. It doesn't increase your disk consumption. Okay, it just gets the snapshot of what branches are available and their git committee history, I believe. The next question is, how can you fix a broken commit? So to fix any broken commit, you will have to use one command, that is nothing but git commit -amend. So by running this command, you can fix the broken commit messages in the editor. Okay, the next question is, why it is advisable to create an additional commit rather than amending an existing commit? This is one of the frequently asked entry question. Actually, there are a couple of reasons are there. First reason is, the amend operation will destroy the state that was previously saved in the commit. And if it is just the commit message being changed, then that is not an issue. Okay, but if the contents are being amended, then chances of eliminating something important remains more. And the second reason is, git commit amend can cause small commit to grow and acquire unrelated changes. Okay, so these are the couple of reasons to create additional commit rather than amending an existing commit. The next question is, can you tell me in layman words what is difference between Git and GitHub? So Git is already told you, Git is a tool to manage your source code history. It's a simple word, layman words. And GitHub is a hosting service for Git repository. GitHub is a hosting service for Git repository. Okay, or you can say GitHub is a website where you can upload a copy of your Git repository. Okay, so it is a Git repository hosting service which offers all of the distributed version control and source code management functionality of Git, as well as adding its own features as well. That is nothing but GitHub. Next question is, how do you find a list of files that have changed in a particular commit? By using this command, we can easily find a list of files that have changed in a particular commit. So I will let me explain more on this command. So given the commit hash, this will list all the files that were changed or added in that commit, whereas hash r flag makes the command list individual files rather than collapsing them into root directory names only. And the output will also include some extra information which can be easily suppressed by including couple of flags. Okay, and one more git command, that is a git diff -tree no commit id name only or flash. Here no commit id will suppress the commit hashes from appearing in the output, and the name only will print the file names instead of their paths. Okay. And the next question is, so one of our teammates accidentally deleted a branch and has already pushed the changes to the central Git repository. There are no other Git repository and none of our other teammates had a local copy. How do you recover this branch? So some of your friends accidentally delete your Git repository, then how you can recover that one? So you can recover that one. First we need to check out the latest commit to this branch in the reflag using command. So by using this command, we can check out the latest commit to this branch using git reflag, and then check it out as a new branch using command like git checkout -b branch name. So these are the most scenario oriented git entry questions and answers. So if you really feel this video is very helpful, then don't forget to forward to your friends, and also don't forget to hit the like button. So we'll meet with one more useful content video. Thank you very much.